fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, your Movie Apprentice, and today I am looking at what is likely to be my last ever unlimited screening thanks to Cineworld closing its doors this coming Thursday, but it is a new horror film called Saint Maud, directed by Rose Glass and starring Morfydd Clark, Jennifer Ayle and Lily Fraser. This film follows Maud, a new worshipper of God, who is desperately searching for that grander plan that God has in store with her, and she thinks she might have found it when she is asked to care for a paraplegic woman. Before I get into this, if you do like what I do on this channel, consider clicking the like button, subscribing to the channel, and without further ado, let's get into this review. Now, there are a few different kinds of horrors. You have your paranormal ones that try and scare the living daylights out of you. You have your gory ones. You even have your creature feature monster movie ones. And you have this latest trend of the artistic horror movie, such as Hereditary and Midsummer. This one falls very much within the artistic horror mode, and that is immediately going to deter a lot of people. Leaving the screen, I heard a few people express their grievances with the film. This film focuses more on shocking imagery and a very psychological way of looking at things. Maud is a very interesting character, and the actress does a very good job of portraying her. She does a fantastic, phenomenal performance. Seeing her go from this quite timid, quiet woman, but when it comes to challenging her and her God, she is always questioning things and will always go out to make things right and basically ignore what everyone's saying around them. There are several ways you can look at this film. Is it she's going a little crazy? Is God actually speaking to her? Or is there more sinister forces at play? That is a question that is going throughout this film. Performances are great across the board. Morfydd does a fantastic performance as Maud, and Jennifer is a great support as this woman who's being looked after by Maud. It's very nice, their dynamic. There are several times where you feel that they are getting close together and you're thinking, is there something romantic in between them throughout this? Because they just have such good chemistry between them. There is always an ever-standing dread in the background that is always gnawing at the back of your mind. The soundtrack in this, I have to say, is absolutely fantastic. The amount of times the soundtrack leads you to believe that something sinister is going on and something bad might happen any second, only for not a whole lot to happen, really just helps keep you on edge for the majority of this film. There's one scene in particular that, without giving too much away, involves a one-sided conversation accompanied with some very dark music, and all I could think is that talking character needs to get the hell out of there right now, because I just thought something really, really bad was going to happen. Now, if you watch the trailer for this, it is marketing itself as a very, very heavy-handed horror movie, probably the paranormal aspect or something to do with the devil, but I will say don't go into this expecting lots of big scares throughout this. For the most part of this film, it's pretty much a drama with creepy undertones to it. It doesn't really go full horror until the latter stages of the film. There are some graphic images in this though. There are a few tests that Maud decides to put herself through in order to prove her loyalty to the almighty powerful God. And there is some really, really gut-wrenching moments that ain't the greatest. And while artistic films tend to go balls to the walls for the final little bit, this one does that a little bit, but not too much. It's sort of over as quick as it began. And it's one of those where there are three ways you can look at it, like I've already said, and it's just one of those films that requires a bit of thinking, requires you to be patient with it, because if you're expecting jump scares constantly in it, you're going to be disappointed. If you're expecting gore, you're going to be disappointed. If you're expecting creepy voices, you're going to be disappointed. Going into this, just expect a lot of weird orgasm faces, some ambiguous dialogue, some creepy silences, and some general mean-spirited comments towards other characters. That is basically the encompassing of this film. There's a few weird scenes, yes. There's a few horrific scenes. There's a few graphic scenes. But all in all, it's not an out-and-out horror that you might be expecting from the trailer. I felt the trailer does the film a disservice because it's very much an artistic horror that is a very nice slow burn. Even though the film is only an hour and a half long, it does feel like it's gone longer. And usually that's a negative for me, but in this case, I feel like the runtime work. It is just a bit slow to get going, that I will say. So overall, Saint Maud, it is one of those films that has been poorly marketed, I think. Isn't getting a worldwide release. There's only a few countries in Europe actually getting this movie, so I'm not expecting the views on this video to be high. But it's definitely an interesting watch. If you're a horror fan like me, and you enjoy seeing an artistic horror movie every once in a while, then this might be right up your alley. But if you're expecting creepy jump scares or a lot of graphic gore, you get some graphicness, but it's less of the gore and more of the idea that makes it a bit squeamish. Overall, I'm going to have to say that Saint Maud, for me, just needs a bit more sugar. So Saint Maud, have you all seen it? If you have, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. If you know what I do on this channel, again, consider clicking the like button, subscribe to the channel, also hitting the bell notification to be notified whenever I upload. Coming up on the channel, we just continue our horror month. I look forward to bringing you the Exorcist review within the next few days, and there's just a few things that I need to get through. But until next time, my name is Josh, I've been your Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you for watching, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. While you are here, if you haven't done it yet, please feel free to drop a like and consider hitting that subscribe button for more reviews coming all the time. And also, while you are here, there are some other videos over there that you might want to sink your teeth into. Have a good day, guys, and do enjoy.